Do you want to create better thumbnails for your Fortnite creative games or your Fortnite YouTube channel? Do you spend hours on your thumbnails? What if I told you that you can create a thumbnail like this in about 15 minutes without using AI, all for free? Would you believe me? Well, let me show you. The links will all be in the description for the different tools used in the video. Now let's not waste any time and get right into it. Fortnite Porting allows you to use all of the assets that are used within Fortnite Creative and bring them into a program called Blender, where you can easily put a character into a pose that you want for your thumbnail. The first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to join a specific Discord channel. I'm going to leave the link in the description and I'll also post it on the screen here. One thing that you're going to need to do before you install Fortnite Porting is if you go to version 2 download here on the side and keep scrolling up to the very top, you're going to see requirements. You're going to need to download this .NET 8 runtime, and you're also going to need to download Visual C++ Redistributable. Once you have those downloaded, then we can head in and download the Fortnite Porting. And you want to go, actually, which came out today, I believe, is the new Fortnite Porting version 3. So you click down V3 download on the side here and it'll bring you to this page. Once you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll be able to see right here fortniteporting.exe. Once you click that, I know it seems like it's very sketchy and a lot of people may not want to download something like this, but I can assure you that it is quite a safe program. As you can see, there's almost 40,000 members in this Discord, and there's 11,000 currently online right now. So there are a ton of people using this. I use it myself. You can also check other people's YouTube channels that are doing the same thing, and they have the, with antivirus software, everything that we have. We've never ran into any issues, so I'm just telling you right now that it is safe. So once you go to Fortnite Porting, obviously you're going to get this message, so just click continue to download, then you're going to download the file. See, so it's just, this is just double checking here, just to make sure that you trust Fortnite Porting, which is something that I do, so I'm all about it, and this is a great way to make awesome thumbnails. So once you download it, then you're going to install it. One thing to note is I do not believe that Fortnite Porting works on a Mac. I specifically use Windows, so I know for sure 100% that it does work with Windows. I haven't confirmed if it works with Mac, but I do not believe it does, so I just wanted to let you guys know that just in case. So the next thing that we need to do, if you don't currently have Blender, the program called Blender, which is 3D design software, you're going to need to install that first. The easiest way is to go to blender.org/download, and it'll bring you to this screen, and you're going to want to download Blender from here. This is a free program, so enjoy it because this will actually help you in many ways if you are using UEFN and doing some 3D modeling stuff. Now the next thing you're going to need to do is once you've installed Blender, you need to open it up and just start a new project. Let's get rid of this cube here and keep Blender open, right? And then once you've installed Fortnite Porting, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go over to the side and click plugin. Now you probably won't have this here, but what you're going to need to do is click this plus button. You're going to need to find the file location of Blender and just click on that and open. Right? This is going to sync your Blender to Fortnite Porting. Once you have synced up Blender with Fortnite Porting, let's go back to Blender. And just to double check, if you go to Edit and then Preferences, go to Add-ons, and let's search Fortnite Porting. As you can see, Fortnite Porting is here, and it has a tick beside it. So that's how you can confirm that it has been synced together, and this should work going forward. Once you've installed Fortnite Porting and opened it up, you're going to get to this home screen here. Then from here on the left side, we see Assets. Once we click on that, now we're going to see all of the skins that are currently in Fortnite. This is pretty cool. You can pretty much get literally any skin and put it into your thumbnail. So for this example, while we have Blender open in the background, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to click, like, let's say Santa Dog here. And all we have to do is click export, and that's it. As you can see, now we have Snoop Dogg in Blender. Sorry, Santa Dog. So when you get to this screen, it kind of looks funky because it's all gray. But if you want to see how Snoop Dogg actually looks with all the color, then you just go up to the top here and click this button here, right? So now you can see we have Snoop Dogg. Sorry, again, Santa Dog in Blender. So there's a couple of different things that you can do. This first way is a little more advanced, but I'm going to show it anyways. Up at the top here where it says object mode, if you click it and change it to pose mode, here you can actually change the different parts of the body to how you want it to look in your thumbnail. So say we would just want Santa Dog to just do a simple wave. What you can do is you can kind of grab all these here, go to the rotate button, and you just want to kind of rotate it in a certain way that shows him waving, right? Like I said, this way is a little more tougher, it's a little challenging, and you're gonna experience some clippings, but this is also good for like when you want a really customized thumbnail, then you can go this route. This way takes a lot longer, so now I'm gonna show you a much easier way. So if we put him back here to how he was, and if we go back to object mode and we click on these orange, or click on this here, and you're gonna see everything's highlighted in orange. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to Fortnite Porting, and down at the bottom here, you're gonna see where it says cosmetics. You can actually have any of these things as well in your thumbnail. So whether it's a pet, or some of the toys, or back blings, pickaxes, we've got it all. So what we can do is we have emotes. When you click on emotes, now we have pretty much every emote in the game. So let's just think of one to use. Let's say we want Santa Dog to do the dab, right? All you have to do, just make sure that this is clicked so that you have all this orange here, and then click on dab and click export. Now when we go back into Blender, you're gonna see that Santa Dog has already changed the way his position is. So if you go down to the bottom here, you're gonna see this timeline. And in this timeline, you can scroll through it and get the frame of the exact position you want in your thumbnail. So if you kind of scroll through, see, you have the whole emote here. So we want something like, let's get rid of that, all this orange. You can get rid of it just by clicking this I button here. And let's just find a good pose, like, let's go like that. Right. Now we got Santa Dog in our pose that we want on our thumbnail. But as you can see, it's kind of dark. So what we want to do is we want to actually add some lighting to this. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is go to this top button here that says add, and go down to light, and then go to area. And if you zoom out a bit, you're going to see on the ground here, this is our area light. What we need to do is we actually need to move it in the position that we want the light to shine on. So if you just go to this blue part of the gizmo and drag it up, you can see that the light is shining this way, in this direction, down at Snoop Dogg. So we want to put it kind of in the front, and we want it to kind of face the character as well. So you can see the white line there. This is the direction that it's going, right? So looks okay. Let's get a little bit more of like maybe his face to be lit up. So in order to do that, go this, back. That's not bad. If it's not lighting how you want it to, you can actually go over to the right side here, click on this little light bulb, and you can change the power of the lighting. So you can change it to say 100, which is obviously a little too bright. So change it back to say like 50. And that's looking pretty good. Now, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna set the camera up. This is also pretty easy. So all you have to do, we've already have a default camera in the viewport. So click on camera, and to actually see what the camera is seeing, you can click this button, and we're gonna see that the camera is way up here. That's not what we want. So an easy way, instead of actually moving the camera around, we can click this little arrow button here. It's gonna pop out and then go down to view and then click this button, camera to view. Now, however you move your camera, or however you move your view here, the camera is going to be attached to it. This makes things a lot easier when trying to set up for your thumbnail. So let's try and get an action shot here. You know, something like, I think that'll work pretty good, right? Then once you have him in the position that you want in the camera frame, what you want to do now is go to the top and go to render and then click render image. And there you go. Now you have Santa Dog in a pose that you can now bring into a third-party software like Photoshop, or if you're more into the free realm, then you can use something like Photopea or Photopea, whatever you want to call it, because that's just a free version. Basically, works the exact same as Photoshop, and it's browser-based. Okay, now once you're in Photoshop, you're going to want to remove the background. If you don't have Photoshop, you can use a free background remover, such as remove.bg is a website. You just upload the file and it will remove the background for you. There are a lot of other ones as well you can use, but I typically just use Photoshop. So what you want to do once we're going to remove the background here. Right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to drag it into our thumbnail here. There you go. Now we have Santa Dog in the position we want as our thumbnail. So what we're going to need now, we're going to need a background. So I just grabbed this background image from Google, and we're just going to drag it in the back. Kind of line it up here how we want it. And we need to change the layer here and put Snoop on top. And just like that, you got a pretty cool thumbnail setup that doesn't take very long, which is great. So obviously you need to flare it up a little bit more. Background seems a little dark. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make it a little lighter here. Now, we're actually going to do the same thing to Snoop Dogg here. Now, let's brightness and contrast. Let's just brighten them up a little bit here. Give them some contrast. And then we're actually just going to merge these layers so that it doesn't affect the other layers. Now, obviously, you're probably going to want a little bit of text on your thumbnail as well. I currently have the Fortnite text here, Burbank Big Condensed Black. And let's just say Santa Dog Christmas. Right? Now you take this, we'll make it bigger. And let's give it a bit of a stroke. A little bit of green for Christmas. I also like to bevel emboss just to give it a little better feel. And there you go. Just like that, you got a pretty simple, pretty much customized thumbnail for your either YouTube channel or for your Fortnite creative games. So now you don't have to use AI to make your thumbnails because this is a lot better. I appreciate you staying to the end here. Feel free to subscribe if you like my content, like the video if it helped you, and don't forget to leave a comment if there's a tutorial that you would like me to make a video on in the future. That's it for now. Stay spicy. I'm out. Peace.